Guys, that's what you do.
Sorry, please, I have one more question.
Yes.
Same distance relationship.
Yes.
You don't want to cheat on your partner.
Right.
Especially for the ladies.
Yes.
Are you permitted to use sex toys?
Okay, fantastic. Well, what is that? Let's go home. Oh yeah, carry your bag. Let's go home. I want to call 3 girls that we should go to their house together. See people bending their heads now. We live in the days of vibrators. We live in the days of all manner of sex toys, and there's never been a time when the sex toy industry is booming like now. So here's the game, man. The moment you start anything that has to do with artificial stimulation, you have altered your sense of your state of consciousness. Don't forget that a vibrator is a vibrator. It is being assisted to do anything that you want it to do. Either it has a battery connected to electric, or it is naturally positioned to function in a vibrating mode, anything, but it is artificially empowered. Right? You see this man here, you see these brothers here, wants the sexual intercourse. That's why you notice if men want to have intercourse for a little bit of elongated time than the natural, you see things like Viagaras and all the stuff. Even that is damaging to the man. So the man naturally is not designed to go into a woman for a longer time. You may be fooled by the movies you watch, the porn movies. Now, part of our studies when it comes to porn is that most retired porn addicts, those who are porn stars, have come out to reveal what the porn industry is all about. So the movie you watch where you see a guy trusting through a woman, having all kinds of sexual intercourse with a woman, and it goes on for about an hour. It will amaze you to know that they do that movie in a week. And in a week, the guy is under the influence of drugs. So he does a morning session, he does an afternoon session, he does an evening session, he does the next day like that, he does those session. In the end of the day, they fuse everything together. So a guy who only lasted 2 minutes or 3 minutes, because of multiple scenes, the guy is made to look like he lasts 1 hour. So you watch that, and then you carry a normal man who only has Jesus. So we have a guy who only has Jesus inside him, and because you've already watched this scene where these guys are just trusting through, then the next thing you're doing is say, do it harder, come in harder, and the guy's like, sorry woman, what do I have to give you? Such as I have. Now here's where the trouble lies. Because of all these things you have watched and you are expecting him to do, because he couldn't perform, you will start looking out and say there must be a guy who can do it that way. Do you understand? Now the same thing with vibrators. When you start using these vibrators, they start giving you a certain level of stimulation. And don't forget that when a woman is stimulating herself, whether you are touching your clitoris, you are touching your G-spot, whatever it is you are doing, as a woman, you know better than a man your most sensitive spots. This guy is a Jew guy. If you don't lead him, the Bible says that another shall guide you. Is that okay? If you don't guide him and say, bros, put your finger here, put it there, move it there, this we don't have. Oh, that's not our ministry. Do you understand? So for a guy, he has to be taught that this is where you can touch me, this is where you can do. I didn't know in certain spots in women, I saw woman is woman. So until my wife said, come calm down, we know. So he didn't see all that in the Bible. I said, I don't know where they don't show me for the Bible. So so my wife had to guide me. If the blind, he shall be led in a way he knows not, like a blind led to the shearer, a lamb led to. So I was led. Is that okay? So the point I'm making is, when you use a vibrator, you likely will use a vibrator to achieve certain levels of sexual excitement that a natural man may not be able to help you to achieve. So you've gotten used to that before you get married. Trust me, most women are saying it now, that they no longer need their men. Because after their men have had sexual intercourse with them, they said that does not get them to the highest. It's like drugs. Once you start taking cocaine, you start taking heroin, it takes you to a high that you can never take yourself to by nature. So it's very damaging to the psyche. It leads to what we call altered state of consciousness. Your consciousness is altered. Your desired level is altered to a level that is not normal, because you are using things that are not artificial. Now you're going to get a guy. You want him, when you now get married, you want him to do all those stuff. Unfortunately, he's not wired to do that. Then you're going to run into problem. Like a woman said to me, she said, Pastor Sam, my husband does not know. She married as a virgin, but she got introduced to this thing. As at the time when she came to speak to me, I went to preach in their church, a popular church here, and I preached on infidelity. She said, Pastor Sam, when people came out that day, their pastor was crying. She said, Pastor Sam, if I had come out that day, the church would scatter. Why? Everybody respects her, including her pastor. She's a manager of a big bank. But when she came to me, she said, Pastor Sam, as I'm talking to you now, my mother will be ashamed of the girl she raised and sent into marriage as a virgin. I said, why, ma? She says, I'm talking to you now, there are 4 men I'm sleeping with. 4. And she said, Pastor Sam, she said, I don't know where how the wild nature in me got activated. She said, I just can't find satisfaction in one. So she said, there's a man she sleeps with, that one is just for business. There's another guy she sleeps with. She said, that one is a younger guy, and said that's a guy that brings out all the wild nature. He ties her, BDSM, spank, and they do all kinds of. Where did she see spanking from? She watched it somewhere. So vibrators, trust me, if you are into the vibrator business, I'm not telling you to not bring you pleasure, but it will bring you so much pain in the future, because you are going to now start looking for what you can't find in a man. And if you can't find it in your man, you will keep looking for deeper vibrators, bigger vibrators. You're going to be looking for men who can function like vibrators, and certainly you'll not find that within the confines of marriage. Is that okay?
Yeah, not even in confines of marriage, even in a relationship, you can never find that. And at the end of the day, you will not be with your man and still go be with rubber. What's the essence of it? And I think that's just where these men are this. We don't need men. That's where it comes from, because you get vibrators that you can use with, my dear. See this world, you come on your own, do what works for you. I know what works for me, and I did run my heavenly race on my own. So may you run your own. Use your head before them go use them for you. Everything he said is not a lie. Nobody in this world can last that 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. Now from what we watch, everybody gets your own God, take wire. So do what works for you. I beg. I know be sense, and I can never be a sense, but just do what works on you. I know what works on me, and that's what I will do. Just what I wanted to share. We move.